Okay, so what is up everyone? Hopefully all doing well. Today we'll be unboxing and reviewing the new Corsair MM Mousepad. So this is a very recent mousepad as it released about a month or two ago. So in May or June of 2026 from what I've been able to see online. We'll also be comparing it to my previous mousepad, which is a Corsair MM300. This released a decade ago because obviously this was from 2016, so quite an old mousepad. I've had it for 5.5 years and it has done a very good job, especially with these edges which are all stitched and have completely prevented it from fraying anywhere. So I've been very pleased with this, and we'll also be comparing it to this Steelseries QCK. So this is the medium version because I only needed it for a laptop, so it hasn't been used a lot at all. Even though you can see maybe a few marks, it's because I've been using it for the past week, and it has been very good and a lot faster than this worn out MM300. And so hopefully we'll be able to see a few differences between these three mouse pads. And there we go. So as for specs, so this one is a XXL version. So this is 93 centimeters by 40 and 2 millimeters thin, as you can see on the box here. And then in inches, this makes it 36.6 inches by 15.7 inches, and obviously 2 millimeters. The Steelseries is 32 centimeters by 27 centimeters, which makes it 12.6 or 12.6 inches by 10.6 inches. And this extended Corsair MM300 is 93 by 30 centimeters, and is in inches. This makes it 36.6 inches by 11.8 inches. So this Corsair MM300 is a balance pad, but more on the control leaning side of things. It is the same thing for the QCK, even though it's only 2 millimeters thin. This one is also a balanced mouse pad, but it is more leaning to the speed side of things. As you can see on these inscriptions here, it is for fluid glides and quick swipes. So hopefully this is true, because this is what I'm looking for. I want a mouse pad which is a bit more fast, quite speedy. Obviously some people will prefer other mouse pads, so we'll see how this goes. Anyway, here we go for the unboxing. So for the unboxing, obviously you've got this little pull tab here to undo the box, and we just need to pull all of this, I guess. And here we've got the mouse pad. Quite noisy. So hopefully this will be nice and not, and be quite flat from the get-go. It is very shiny compared to my other one, and also quite massive. It doesn't smell too much. From what I can smell, it smells quite alright, so you won't be getting plastic fumes, which is quite a good thing. So as you can see, this is pretty huge compared to the previous one, especially that when I measured the previous one, it did say it is 30 centimeters, but it is about a centimeter shorter than what they say it is. So as you can see, you've got the Corsair logo here, which is ever so slightly raised in white, whereas on this one it was directly printed inside of the print. Also, you can probably see that this does appear quite black compared to this old mouse pad, because obviously with the sun, where the sun has been hitting it, there's quite a bit of discoloration. Now you can see it's got this kind of purple hue to it. I don't quite know how to describe it. Obviously you can see it's quite different on this side compared to this side. Hopefully you can see the difference here. So also to review this, we'll be using my newly acquired VXC R1 SE Plus mouse, which is a very good mouse. I've been using it for the past week or two as well, and it has been excellent. I used to use a Cooler Master MM712, and one of the buttons went out, and there was a very good deal on this mouse pad, and on this mouse, and it's been very good. And for dimensions, you can also see this is a 60% keyboard, so this is the Ola, I don't quite know how to pronounce it. Win60HE. So this is a Hall effect keyboard. Sounds very good, by the way, as you can probably hear. And is a very, very, very good keyboard. Quite small, so this will just give you a rough idea of the dimensions. Okay, so I've now gotten this fitted. Sadly, I did have a bit of dust apparently on the underside of my monitor mount, so it has damaged it slightly. I mean, not damaged, but obviously put a bit of dust on it. Anyway, it is absolutely huge compared to my previous mousepad. I'll actually be able to use a lot of this space, which is nice. In terms of glide, just to give you a rough idea, this is just a gentle push. So as you can see, this does glide quite well. You can really swivel it, you can do whatever. It does feel quite fast and very direct to the table. You get a bit more feedback. I'm no expert, but I can feel that it is quite nice. Although bear in mind, I do need to take this sticker off because the sticker on my VXC is for some reason is protruding a little bit, so you can kind of hear a bit of itching, you could guess, from it on the mouse pad. Okay, so on the Steelseries, it is same gentle push. You can see it is quite a bit slower. This is the same gentle pushes I was giving it before. It does swivel quite well. It is a more control mouse oriented mouse pad, so it is quite normal. And then we can also compare the thickness of both of these. So hopefully you can see there's no difference in thickness because obviously they're both 2 millimeters thin. I can also say that these edges are not raised, which is quite a good thing because obviously you don't feel them on your forearm, and you kind of feel them when you pull the mouse to the side of it, but obviously that kind of tells you that you have reached the end of the mouse pad, which is quite good. But they're actually on the same level as the mouse pad itself, the cloth. So that is very good. Then now I'll be putting the other one back on. Okay, so here we've got the MM300. So this is very worn out on this side especially, because if I put it in the middle where the keyboard is, it does glide quite well, but then when you shove it to here, you can see there is quite a bit of resistance. When you do this, it doesn't swivel as much, and it's also just when you use it, you can kind of feel the friction on all of this area, which has been worn out, and you can hear a bit more friction coming from the mouse as well. In terms of the edges on this one, they were also on the same level. However, I do feel like you can feel them a bit more, but you can kind of feel them protrude a bit more. So this will be quite a good upgrade, especially that this one does feel quite small in terms of width like this. Obviously, having nearly a meter is fine, more than enough, but this was too small. Okay, so I've put these back on. So the thickness difference. So you can see that this one is indeed quite a bit thinner, even though it's only a millimeter difference. It's a bit difficult to show you because these edges are quite raised compared to these ones. Also, you get the same sort of rubber coating on the back. It is exactly the same. The pattern is the same. Hopefully you can see it sort of well on camera. So this is what it's like. And yeah, so that also means that this mousepad will not be moving, because even after 5.5 years, this mousepad has certainly lasted a test of time. It doesn't move, it doesn't slide, and it has only just started feeling really worn out. Obviously, it has probably been worn out for the past year or two, but it has been okay. But now it is too slow. So hopefully you've got a good idea of what this mousepad is, the new MM Mousepad XXL. It is absolutely huge, as you can see, well, for me at least, because I'm used to a smaller mousepad. And it is faster than the QCK, and also faster than my worn out MM300. This is also normal because this is more on the fast side of things This is what Corsair says, even though they do say balanced on the box, they do write fast, kind of everywhere. So this is what the box looks like. It is just the regular Corsair stuff. It's just this yellow color. With the mouse pad you get a little opening here. It does feel like a nice box, and you get the main information. So obviously excellent stability, durable, and for fluid glides and quick swipes, as I said before. And yeah, double XL, you get the dimensions, which I've already told you, which is 93 centimeters by 40 and 2 millimeters thin. So yeah, this is a good mousepad. I would recommend it. I obviously haven't gamed on it yet, and but it does feel quite nice.